Hi guys, and happy Sunday. Today is Sunday, January 22nd. And in the Chicagoland area, we got some snow early this morning. And it's still fairly early. It's like 6:15 here. So I'm going to try to get this video recorded without too many mistakes, uploaded, and then I'll have to go outside and see what needs to be cleared off. So we're going to continue with Petal Park. Had to look down to make sure I was saying the right words. Petal Park. Showed it to you yesterday, just some of the different stamps and the punch, but today we're actually going to complete a card with it. I'm going to use one background technique, and then I'll show you another I did earlier this morning. And these are kind of going back to retro techniques, which means that I learned these more than 10 years ago, so we're going to revisit them. All right, let's go down to the stamping area so we can go ahead and get started. Okay, so Petal Park. If you remember, it's in the January to April mini catalog. I think it was page 32. Let me see if I remember right. Yes, page 32. So there you are. Sorry for the glare. So you can buy it as just the stamp, just the punch, or as a bundle and save 10%. So what I'm going to do is, oh, I just knocked something off of my shelf underneath there. All right, I'm going to use an old Stampin' Up! Case, and I'm going to take some baby wipes. I think I'm going to take out about 4. Well, that first one was pretty dry, so yeah, I'll take out 5, but the first one was pretty dry. So I'm going to take out 4 to 5 of these. That's probably why they get dry, because they don't shut them up, shut the lid correctly. Now this is kind of my, as you can see, this is kind of my go all case. I have another one that's drying from the technique I did this morning that I'll be showing you in a little bit. So let me put this first one down. This was the one that's pretty dry. And then let's just go ahead and kind of fold these. You just want some depth to them. All right. I don't like the lids when they do that. Okay, and we're going to take the reinkers. I'm going to be using Sweet Sorbet, Orchid Oasis, and Parakeet Party. Could not find my Tahitian Hot Tide. I looked. And what we're going to do is we're just going to drop some of these kind of far apart. We don't want them to blend together quite yet. So let's go like this. Come in with my Orchid Oasis. Oh, I forgot to blow my nose before we started, so hopefully I don't get all the sniffles in there. And now I'm going to come in here and kind of bridge the gap with Sweet Sorbet. I still don't want them touching at this point. They'll eventually get there, but at this point, I'm not having them touch. Just put a little tiny one there. We'll go as far away. Okay, let's go ahead and grab the solids from here. Let me go ahead and grab out here. And as you can see my hands, this is from the technique I did earlier. So yeah, I tried to get as much off as I could, but not going to happen. All right, and I'm going to take out probably, these are my layers that I have cut down. So I'm probably going to do 4 to 5 of the white and 4 and 5 of the vanilla. You're going to have those ready off to the side. And for this, I also have not only my piercing mat. Let me get out my piercing mat. I have to move some stuff over the side so I can get to my piercing mat. And I'm also going to have a microfiber cloth, just handy, just in case you need it. All right. And I'm going to stack these. No, I'm not going to stack them up. I'm going to hopefully not have that problem. All right, so what you're going to do is you're going to take your stamp, and you're using this as a stamp pad, and you're going to go ahead. Oh, you know what? All right, yes, this one I'm going to do as a background piece. So let's go ahead, go there. Now, the first ones won't be as, you might have some like little areas that are more of the white or vanilla showing through, but that's all right, because this is going to be, that's why we're using this one for the background piece. So this will be a layer for one of my cards. And the more baby wipes you put on there, the more, to me, the more in-depth the color is. I think just because it's bouncier, spongier. I can't think of what word I want to use. So it seems to hold on to the ink a little bit better. All right, so there's our background piece. And as you can see, and I'm going to do a few of them. Let's do one on white so you can see the difference between the white and the vanilla. And I probably should hold it down a little bit more. And of course, every baby wipe is going to be different. I just got the lesser expensive. My daughter says it's rude to use the word cheap. The lesser expensive wipes that are a store brand for a big box store in the area. And see, already we're starting to get some of that color is starting to be less bright, but you can get a lot of backgrounds done. All right, so let me show you the two of those side by side. Let me bring them up closer. All right. So these will make good backgrounds. You could also cut them into strips. I'm just going to do a couple more since I have it out. But we'll get to it. But as you can see, the more and more you do it, the more and more it gets blended. And sometimes I'll actually put one of my dollar store chamois under there too for a little more cushion. All right. Now, we're going to finish up this one and then I'm going to show you how you really get messy. And I might have to, like, have you listen to silence while I go wash my hands. We'll see how bad it gets. All right. So there. I'm going to do enough. That's enough of the backgrounds for me for now. I really want to do more, but I'm not going to. But let me show you the other thing you can do. And this is where you want to have, let me grab a piece of copy paper. All right, so this is where, once you get down where you think you have enough of what you really want as far as stamping, then you can pick up the wipes and do, and it's going to be pretty strong, so you really want it to be kind of, you know, done with your background stamping. But you can go ahead and do this for a background. And let me think about this. If I go like this, will I get a good look at that? A nice plaid look. All right. Let me go ahead, get one of my drying racks here. Start putting it in the dryer rack. So hopefully it will. Now it's still going to curl up. You have a lot of moisture on there, so it's going to really curl up. It doesn't take long to dry, but so then you can use this, and I'm just going to finish up the cardstocks I have off. Ooh, look, I got some green in there that time. And I love plaid, so I'm going to do a few more plaids, because plaids are always a good background. But now my hands are getting really, really messy. All right. We'll leave this one just like that. All right, we'll let those dry. But now look at my hands. Oh my gosh, let me go over to the camera. Yeah, hands are pretty bad right now. Let me see if I can get some of that off. Nope. All right, I'm going to try to just work through it. Hopefully, let me go ahead and throw that in the garbage. Let me see if I put a little Stampin' Mist on there, if that'll help. You know me, I love my Stampin' Mist. Yeah, no, not going to happen. All right, I can't tell. All right, it looks like it's not really coming off though. So I'll just go ahead and keep stamping. And if I get thumbprints on my cards, I get thumbprints on my cards. So be it. All right, let me put my piercing mat away. Let's put that away. And let's go ahead. All right, so let's see what, I want to use a bright color. So let me get one of my bases up here for my Granny Apple Green. Yes, no, this is not Parakeet Party because I don't have any bases cut that way. So look at that. So let's go ahead, grab out my tape. Let's go ahead and take that off. All right, so this is a top fold. All right, so now let's grab one of those layers and let's go ahead. I'm going to cut out, where'd my cutter go? It's on my chair. I'm going to cut this to be 2.5 by 4. So then I'm going to cut my white to be 2.25 by 4. All right. And let's go ahead and put on, I am loving. Yesterday I did an online class with another demonstrator and I started using the Sending Smiles set and I made like, I think over 50 cards, birthday cards yesterday. All right, so let's go ahead, grab my memento. I'm going to go down straight to the stamp. Oh, I need to get out my piercing mat again. Maybe I'll chance it. Nope, I better not. I'm going to go to the other side so it's not wet. And I'm going to do sending right in the middle there. And then I had the little tiny birthday wishes. Oh, I must have put it on the stamp a little crooked. That's what happens with photopolymer when they're so. And then I might have a little bit of ink left on this. No, I don't. All right, so let me go ahead and grab this back out real quick, just for continuity. I'm going to stamp off once because I want this to be very light over here. I don't want you to really see it too much. Oh, I'm off the camera, sorry. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just barely putting any color on there. Maybe I do need to put just a little bit. Oh, and then I got an edge. All right. All right. Just a hint of color there. Put that on here. Now it's the same length because I'm doing it the same length and not that because I want to kind of blend into that background. See, so it looks like it's kind of more like a floating card. All right, so let's, those are my, where are my big dimensionals. Here we go. Let's go ahead and do this. I forget to look at my computer to make sure I'm on screen. See, I got so used to using, before I went to the 2-camera system, I got so used to my tablet being right there. So as I'm stamping, I could see if I was on or off the screen. But now with this second camera, I tend to forget to look over to make sure I'm still there. Oh, I probably should put a ribbon on. But we'll just go ahead and leave it like that. How about that? And if you wanted to, we could even punch out some flowers and have flowers on either side of that. You know what? I think I want to go ahead and get some ribbon on there before that goes down. That's another thing with dimensionals. You do have a little bit of lead time. So I didn't really push it down too hard. Let me go ahead and get out my Parakeet Party metallic ribbon. Leave a length there. Let's go around a couple times. Let me go on. Let's see, I want at least that much left there. There we go. Oops. You guys know that Ribbon and myself were not good friends. Doesn't like me. All right, so let's go ahead and get my snips. And let me go ahead and place this down before I tie it. So again, I want that edge to be right up to there. Now I can push it down so it sticks a little bit better. All right, go ahead. There we go. Let me grab out my there we go. Oops, a little better. All right. So there you go. There's a quick card using just the stamp sets from the Petal Park stamp set. Okay, so let me show you what I did earlier that got me even more inky. Let me go ahead and bring it out. So this, let me bring it up closer so you can see. This is shaving cream technique. So you take the same, wherever my container is, but it's drying in the other room. So I took another container like this, and I put shaving cream in there. And then same thing, you dot it through, and then you take a toothpick and actually do it like you're doing a marble cake. You swirl it, and then you start pressing down, and you scrape it off with an old credit card. I think I was using an unemployment card from like 15 years ago. Why I kept it, I don't know. But anyway, and then you let it dry. So let's start at the beginning. I'm going to start from the bottom. So when you first do it, you get a very, very stark pattern. So you press it down and you scrape it off. Oh, did I get them out of, when I picked them up, I must have got them out of order. All right, let's just do it this way. So then, as you see, it's starting to get more and more marbled, not so many dark spots. Here we're getting more and more marbled. And then you finally get to a point, so like see, because you're scraping, as you're pushing it down, that card's going to bring up a lot of the shaving cream. So you're scraping it off with the credit card or gift card, whatever you want to use. If you have a palette knife, you can. I have a palette knife somewhere. Couldn't tell you where it is. I'm sure it's over there in my junk drawer. Yes, I have a craft junk drawer too. But as you go through, the colors get more and more muted. So eventually we got to this point where you can't even see the green anymore. So then I added new drops of green. See how now that green's a little more up front. And then, oh, that was like probably the very end. Then you see how the green spots then start to feather out, marble out. So you really can get hundreds of backgrounds with this technique. But I had to stop because if I didn't stop, then I would never get to recording this and getting this going. So we didn't use the punch today. I did show you the punch yesterday, but fabulous way to use your stamps. Use items you might have around the house already, like baby wipes or shaving cream, and create some great backgrounds. Whether you're using the baby wipe technique and stamping with it, using it as a stamp pad, using it, see these are almost completely dry now, using it to swipe across the card to create that. So just a quick technique using those reinkers. Two ways to use it. I showed you the baby wipe technique. You could try the shaving cream at home, see if you like it, and then just go ahead and use that for fabulous backgrounds and or actual stamping materials. All right, guys. Thanks a lot. Have a great Sunday. Be safe. And I hope to see you on my Watch It Wednesday episode. Take care.